about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated, and a major shout out to all the channel members as well as the members over on my website. Thank you for your continued support. Feel free to check out the upcoming workshop we have. It's a 7-day ancestor veneration workshop where by the end of the 7 days, you will have a stronger connection to your ancestors. You will know how to channel your ancestors and connect to your ancestors, as well as help others with channeling and connecting with their ancestors as well. So feel free to check that out at my website at monicole.com. So someone's grandfather was coming in heavy, y'all. Coming in heavy for the past few hours, and I had to record is this red cardinal, and he just kept sitting and eating on the thing, like, and they just kept coming. It was one point where it was 4 cardinals, y'all, just on my porch. And so I took a break from doing some work, and I went and sat outside, and I was looking, and I just felt this energy pulling me to the tree that's outside my house. And I just heard this voice say, "You see how this tree is shedding?" And I was looking at the bark on the tree as the tree is shedding. And I heard it was a male voice. And it said, "I am old, yet I still shed to welcome in the new." And it made me think of, you know, the saying where they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This grandfather is saying you can teach a healthy one, you know, new things, and make sure you don't allow yourself to get so set in your ways that you're not teachable either. And so this feels very heavily like an air sign or a earth sign grandfather, really heavy. And I know that's very specific, but that is very specific of what I was feeling with the energy of the groundedness, heavy Capricorn, Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini energy. But it feels like the aspect of earth and air working together of some sort. Okay. And it's something of whether maybe you have you're an air sign or an earth sign, but it's something about, I'm hearing him say, merging in the strengths of air and the strengths of earth, merging them together. What do they create, grandfather? It's some type of alchemy. Earth is all about groundedness, stability. Air is the thoughts, the mind, perception. You need both of those. The perception is dependent upon the groundedness, and the groundedness can affect the perception of another. So I don't know if you're an earth or an air sign and you're being led to meet another air, like the opposite. So for example, if you're an earth sign meeting an air, if you're an air sign meeting an earth, or someone who operates in that earth energy. All right, grandfather, what are you getting at with this message? Because you forced me to get on here. Like, literally was like, you're going to record this now. Okay. 7 of Swords. Grandfather, give me a couple more to share with the purpose of this conversation. The World card. So it's the 7 of Swords in reverse, the World card in the upright. And then the Fool card in reverse. Okay. So it's definitely giving a vibe of some type of trickery happening on the outside of this World card to cause some type of false start. And this could be someone like receiving incorrect information, giving incorrect, or like someone not being open to learn new information. So it gives me a vibe of like learning updated rules and standards. So for example, as like a writer, when you're writing in academia, you have to follow the different protocols that are set forth. So one of them is like APA formatting, for example, right? Well, there's different editions, and so you can't use outdated formatting if they're requiring the updated formatting. So this is giving a vibe of with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the Fool card in the reverse on the outsides, but then the World card on the inside is giving the vibe of the world being influenced by outdated information at this time. This feels like a broad spectrum energy, as well as something that may be going on in your personal life as well. I'm hearing him say, like, you may be operating off of some outdated information right now. I don't know if you're getting ready, if you're looking up some information to fulfill, like fill out some type of documentation or something. Make sure you have the updated forms is what this is giving a lot of. Make sure you have the updated forms, updated pieces of information, because something is outdated. So definitely just check the dates on things. But it's something about the world as well. The world is operating off of some outdated standards and ways of being that no longer relates to the needs of, you know, Earth and the universe at this time. And that's why everything is shifting the way that it's shifting. I'm hearing him say, don't be afraid as everything is shifting. Make sure you're going along with the shift so you don't have to be one who's dealing with reactiveness. Okay, give me more into the Seven of Swords and the Fool card. Which deck? This deck. Okay, they're coming by to cut grass. And we're talking about the tree shedding bark. Getting rid of, it's like making something presentable, making something look right. So you may, okay, grandfather, you're confusing me. Help me clear this up. Yeah, so, okay. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, it's clarified by the Five of Axe, which is definitely giving disappointment. So someone being or something being disappointed, but it's feeling like the vibe because they received the wrong information. They didn't receive the correct information of something, or they didn't receive something that they were seeking or what they were needing for something to operate properly. Let me put, well, I'll put the microphone in if it comes back around again. So this is definitely giving some sense of disappointment because of something that may have not been understood or looked at properly of some sort. So, you know, feeling kind of like, you know, cheated out of something of some sort. But all in all, someone around you feels like they got cheated by something. Yeah, someone feels like they got cheated out of something or cheated by something and didn't get the correct information to start the journey correctly, because then you got the Six of Swords to clarify with the Fool card. And the Six of Swords is moving. It's like going into something different, you know, transitioning. So it's some type of transition. Someone was not prepared properly as they were transitioning. You know what this is giving? You know what this is giving? Okay, grandfather, I get it now. So similar to, you know how a lot of families and stuff, when a child turns 18, they get kicked out the house. Like, you on your own, go, you know what I'm saying, figure out what you need to do, get it together. Someone feels like they got put out of some sort or put into something and they're not ready. They're not prepared for what comes with this next level of responsibility. Like, they feel like they were not prepared for it. And I feel like a lot of this may also be with some of you all. If some of you all may have not received the support and things that you needed to do something properly or to feel like you were prepared for something, you know, to go out into the world. And that's the world card that was being affected by the Seven of Swords and the Fool card in the reverse. That's what, okay, grandfather, I get it now. I'm hearing, do not beat yourself up for the things that you're having a hard time understanding and getting now that other people had passed down to them. There's things that you're learning right now that other people, they were learning when they were 6 years old. You know, people graduated 18 years old with 700 credit scores because their parents put them on their credit cards as authorized users. You know what I'm saying? At a younger age, so they came out with credit. That's that type of thing. So you may have not been raised up with the type of generational wealth that, you know, a lot of people around you were raised up with. So in a way, it's like you've had to take what you've been given and build from there. You get what I'm saying? Knight of Wands coming out. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. What signs, energies are we tapping into? We have Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, more Pentacles, Cancer, Leo again, Libra, one more, Capricorn, one more, and Pisces. And that's with the 8 of Cups. So that's coming with a lot of disappointment. So don't beat yourself up for the things that you had to learn through mistakes. You know, you had to learn a lot through mistakes. You had to learn a lot through mixing things up, you know. And because of that, it may have felt like, oh, you're behind or you're not here like you should be or things of that nature. You're exactly where you need to be. Your grandfather is saying you took what you had and you made the best of it. And he is so very proud of you. He's literally saying, I wish that I had the sense to be able to leave more behind or to be able to set the family up in the manner that the family needed to be set up in. He didn't have that complete knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the generations are a little behind when it comes to it and what that looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the time. Okay, grandfather. So what are you getting at with this energy? He wants you to take serious of looking at the things that you haven't learned and utilize this time of like, now that you know, you're responsible for getting the information. So yes, you may have not had all of these pieces of information prior to, you know, now, but at the same time, now that you know that it's information that you need to have in order for you to reach a certain space or to do a certain thing, he wants you to go at it full speed. Yeah, 2 of Cups. So your grandfather is saying it's time for you to commit to a new subject or a new piece of information of some sort. A lot of you all, it's definitely around the aspect of generational wealth and finances of some sort, and how you look at finances, how you view finances. It's like I'm hearing within the family lineage, the way you view finances, it wasn't always from a healthy space, which why it was hard for it to be accumulated and passed down. With the Chariot energy here, yeah, you got the Tower card that's coming out. It was always destruction and chaos, but a lot of that was because of the spaces that they allowed themselves to get into to create that to happen and not making good money moves. So grandfather, what is it that you want to share with your, okay, let's go to the money cards. I just heard. Come through, granddaddy giving a money message. You know what? That's just like a earth or an air sign. That's why they came. Listen, they said we need to talk real quick. Let's talk real quick about this. Okay, pull from here first, and then we're gonna pull from this deck. Positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. And a lot of those setbacks are more so, it's really feeling like emotional setbacks or mental setbacks, because, you know, I'm hearing it's my money and I want it now. So you may be wanting something to come through faster than what is coming through right now. But you need to understand that you, in a way, you didn't start off above ground. You started off below ground and had to get yourself out of it. And then you start seeing the growth happen, okay? And so with keeping the faith and keep going is giving a vibe of like, stay optimistic with all of that. You have movement. You'll make good progress now, and you'll be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible. And that's because you're about to learn a new skill that you didn't achieve when you were younger. But it's something about you've been meeting new people, learning new people of some sort. And these new people that you've been meeting or learning, it's like you're learning how they do what they do, or you're learning key pieces of attributing wealth or keeping wealth when it comes to, you know, living in this world. You know, you're learning those things now. Like, okay, this is how this is done, or okay, this is how they use trust funds, or oh, okay, this is, you know, how CDs are ran and why this should be done like this. Like, okay, I get it. It's giving the vibe of, since you're getting that information and you're learning that information, you're able to do something with it. Yeah, you have in the flow, the universe is sending you help. Tap into your inner power and go deeper to create the purposeful life that you really want to have. So you're being sent some type of help to help you with something that you're creating and doing at this time, or you've been thinking about creating and doing at this time. But it definitely relates to this financial endeavor that you've been putting out, okay? Heavy Wheel of Fortune energy. Number 16 is heavy as well. I was looking over at the thing and it was 316. So with the universe sending you help, this definitely feels like ancestral help, but it's like, make sure you call on, like when you calling on the ancestors who have good financial savvy energy for you to tap into, because not all of your ancestors were very financially savvy, okay? I'm hearing call on the provider people in your lineage when it comes to money. 8 of coins coming out, baby. Yeah, someone who know how to sit down and make out bills, write out bills, figure it out. They know how to take their time. They're very patient. And so you may even be taking some type of class or something to help you with this. This is something that it takes time to accumulate. So this is definitely giving a vibe of you studying something, but in the process of you putting more time and energy into this, something else gets, you know, diluted, or like something's taken away from it. But in a way, it's like you're cleaning out pollution though. So cleaning out things that don't really matter of some sort. The way this is feeling, it feels very sensory-ish. Okay, you have the Hangman coming out. Oh yeah, because the covering is starting to come off. I was like, I know it feels this weird feel to it. So the Hangman coming out. Saying sit down. This fall and winter season, Ten of Wands in reverse, sitting down, taking some burdens off of your shoulder, taking some responsibilities off your shoulder that really aren't your responsibilities, but you just kind of pick them up and internalize them as if they were yours. I'm hearing this grandfather say, take them burdens off of your shoulder. And then the Tower just came out again, and I shuffled all the cards. So you're going to have to keep disappointing, okay? And that's totally fine. But it's something about you linking up with someone, a person or an organization that helps you when it comes to the earth and the air energy at this time, because you tapping into that earth and air bending energy is what's very beneficial for you with whatever it is you're creating when it comes to your finances at this time, okay? Anything else? You got the Queen of Fire. Where's he at? Anyway, you had the Queen of Fire that's coming out, okay? Because fire and earth makes like the crystals and things of that nature. But there's nothing without air. Air is everything, everywhere, unless it's in a closed off. Interesting. Stick to the air and the earth. Don't focus too much on what keeps you, like, it's something about passion can sometimes lead you astray. Yeah, the earth just came out with card number 9. Not earth, air just came out with card number 9. Don't allow yourself to get tricked by like passion and things of that nature, okay? Don't allow yourself to get tricked by passion or nature. Why did I just say passion or nature? Because in this season, it's something about not allowing yourself to get like, not tricked, but seduced. Seduction energy is really strong right now. And I look at the bottom of the deck, you got the Maiden. So someone could be, you know, potentially using the Maiden archetype to seduce, you know, that innocent, you know, role. So it's something about not worrying about passion and all that, not allowing yourself to be ran by passion. And even in this with the Maiden, she's still very much so in, you know, surrounded by earth and nature. So spend more time in nature and less time chasing thrills and passion. If this message is for you, okay? If this message is for you. Choose a number 1, 2, or 3 for a direct ancestor message, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up. If you chose number 1, you have keep the family together. So this grandfather wants you to keep the family together through passing down new generational legacies and lessons and things of that nature. Keeping the family healthy. If you had number 2, learn from my mistakes. So he's saying, you know, don't do some of the things that I did. Do some of them things differently, okay? Make it worthwhile. And then you have number 3, family secrets will be revealed. So in due time, you're going to find out very strongly, I feel like someone, when it comes to how they deal with money and things of that nature, was a little off, okay? And so that's going to be talked about. But I feel like this grass cutting stuff is symbolic for me needing to get off of here, and this was the big piece of the message that I was supposed to get out. So take it as it resonates, as you feel called to take it. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. All personal readings can be booked on my website at monacole.com, and feel free to check out my website for my classes and workshops and boot camps as well. See y'all later. Bye. Ooh, okay, I gotta get it. I still got all that paint on my stuff.